With the Ninth Symphony, Gustav Mahler had experienced, he was relatively young when he died, 51. And when he wrote the Ninth Symphony, he was in his mid-40s, late 40s, but he'd already experienced a great deal of tragedy in his life and controversy in his life. He was both composer but also conductor in Vienna and Hamburg. He led a double life, and he experienced the tragedy of losing a child, and once again great controversy over his employment in Vienna. He was Jewish. He converted to Catholicism. An extraordinary life. And in the Ninth Symphony, one, of course, you feel he himself has made this long journey from his first symphony. And he's at the height of his powers, both compositionally but also orchestrally, how he writes for the orchestra. And he was exploring orchestral sounds really unknown to the world in some ways. And interestingly, Gustav Mahler, like many composers, was extremely superstitious about the fact he was writing his Ninth Symphony, thinking that with the Ninth Symphony some great hand would just come down and pluck him out. As others, Beethoven, Bruckner, they wrote 9 symphonies, Schubert's Ninth Symphony, and they wrote no more. He went to the extent of actually writing another work, Das Lied von der Erde, which he thought he'd dodged a bullet by writing that work, which was basically the 9th work. Anyway, it's a good anecdote, but the work itself is colossal. And while one talks about it being colossal, it also has great intimacy. It's very personal. This is clearly on some level autobiographical. Once again, it's that kind of journey that, and I speak personally, but I know that even in my long professional life, I come to a Ninth Symphony by Gustav Mahler, and I feel each time I'm probing anew, I'm starting anew on a journey. And that, of course, has something to do with the fact that I'm in this long professional life. I'm older, and I'm a father. I have children. I've been through a great deal in my life, and I think as a musician or any kind of performer, what happens in your life is very much reflected in the way you interpret music, art, painting, writing. It's like climbing all the Munros. You know, you've done it once, great, but the next time you do it, it's not necessarily going to be any easier. It's always a challenge. And but it's as I said earlier, it really is life-changing. And of so many symphonies that I've conducted, I would say it's most certainly one of my favorite works.